After a shocking betrayal on WWE Raw that left the entire WWE Universe reeling, Roman Reigns has spoken, and it's a message that should send a chill down LA Knight's spine. Following Knight's brutal attack on Jey Uso, where he hit the BFT finisher on the unsuspecting Uso, the tribal chief wasted no time sending a stern warning to the self-proclaimed megastar. Reigns, ever the strategist, made it clear. Messing with Jey is messing with the entire bloodline. Roman's icy words didn't just echo through the halls of Raw. They reverberated through every corner of the WWE, reminding Knight and the world that the bloodline doesn't tolerate betrayal. This isn't just about revenge. This is Roman asserting his dominance, and Knight is about to feel the heat. Jey Uso, a rising star with a chip on his shoulder. For weeks leading up to this moment, Jey Uso had been carving out his legacy in WWE. He wasn't just a tag team wrestler anymore. He was becoming a main event player. Jey's character arc had been one of the most intriguing in WWE. He had gone from the loyal right-hand man of Roman Reigns to someone who began to question his place in the bloodline and what it truly meant to be a part of this prestigious family. Jey's evolution had been marked by his increased maturity on the mic and his newfound seriousness in the ring. His desire to reclaim the respect and dominance he believed the Usos and the bloodline deserved was becoming palpable. He wasn't just fighting for a title, he was fighting for his legacy, his family's legacy, and his own place at the top of the WWE mountain. His recent on-screen transformations, especially in his promos and in-ring performances, reflected this newfound intensity. He was evolving into a force to be reckoned with. LA Knight, swagger, charisma, and a hidden agenda. Enter LA Knight, a character brimming with charisma, undeniable swagger, and an ego that could fill any arena. Knight's ability on the mic has made him one of the hottest commodities in WWE. The crowd either boos or cheers him, but no one can ignore him. But behind the bravado, LA Knight had been subtly making his moves. He wasn't content just being a part of the WWE Universe. He wanted to stand at the top. Knight felt slighted, perhaps overlooked at times, and like so many before him, he started to push boundaries. Calling out Jey Uso in promos, talking about how he deserved more, and trying to stir the pot within the bloodline's ranks. The simmering tension between Jey Uso and LA Knight had been building for weeks. On one hand, Knight seemed like a man with a point to prove, gunning for a piece of the spotlight. On the other, Jey's increasing frustration at being overshadowed, despite his growing star power, made him a prime target for Knight's verbal jabs and challenges. In this era of WWE, where lines between babyfaces and heels blur, the interactions between these two men were complicated. The betrayal. LA Knight strikes at Raw on September 15, 2025. The fuse that had been burning for weeks finally ignited on Raw on September 15, 2025. LA Knight, teaming up with Jey Uso in a match against Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker, had his chance to prove that he wasn't just a loudmouth. He was a force in his own right. After the match, Jey Uso came down to assist his brother, Jimmy, and others, after they were attacked by the Vision's faction. Jey, the loyal brother, made a move to save his family, seemingly offering support in an uncertain situation. However, in a masterclass of visual storytelling, LA Knight's true intentions were revealed. In an unexpected turn, Knight hit Jey with a devastating BFT, a move that sent shockwaves through the audience. The betrayal was swift, calculated, and left the WWE Universe stunned. Jey Uso had extended an olive branch, a simple handshake, but Knight turned on him in an instant. The BFT felt like a punch to the gut, not just for Jey, but for every fan in the arena who had expected Knight to stand by the family, even if only for the moment. LA Knight's message: now we're even. After delivering the BFT, Knight stood tall in the ring, breathing heavily, the crowd's boos filling the arena. The visual of Jey Uso writhing on the mat, the audience still reeling from the shock, set the stage for Knight's next move. He grabbed the mic, his voice dripping with bravado, as he delivered his chilling message. Now we're even. Now we're good. Knight framed his attack as justice, calling it a receipt for Jey's spear from the previous week. Knight was quick to claim that this was karma in action. The betrayal wasn't just about personal vengeance. It was about setting the record straight, leveling the playing field, and reminding Jey who was in control. LA Knight wasn't content with just being the bad guy. He was positioning himself as someone who had earned his stripes and who would no longer take orders or follow anyone's rules. The future of Jey Uso and LA Knight. What followed was a series of backstage rumors about Roman's involvement in the upcoming weeks. Could Jey Uso and LA Knight collide once again? Would this lead to a major showdown at WrestlePalooza 2025? Fans had no idea where this feud was heading, but the stakes were clear. It wasn't just about Jey and Knight anymore. It was about Roman's response to the betrayal, about loyalty, family, and legacy. The path for Jey Uso was now uncertain. Would he embrace his more ruthless side, as Roman has done, and become a world champion or even a new tribal chief figure? Or would he fail to meet Roman's expectations and risk isolating himself? Meanwhile, LA Knight positioned himself as a future main event player, someone willing to go to any lengths for recognition, but always with a hint of danger lingering in his every move.